Hey, this is going in.
No.
We'll push a button here.
Well, that's good information. Thank you.
Do you need a...
Yes, I want it though, because Penny Lane's up there.
Yeah, it was bound to happen.
Now you think you're a movie star. Don't spill my beer. Don't piss on the road, man.
How's Adrian doing anyway? Good?
Harry, don't piss on the road.
People who are scheduled for this session, so many great people from the time that I began my physical life and my physical life. Thank you, Adrian, for that. The old days and sing us a song and glad to start at the end. And just as a way of introducing Chris, when I started my first concert series at Dawson College, Chris was the very first performer that I asked to perform in that series. And then a couple of years later, when I took over the Golden Coffee House, Bruce was the very first performer that I asked to perform there. And he stayed away from music for about 25 or
I'm not doing nothing. Have out in what is it?
My sunshine, only sunshine.
He was there. I think when you come home, I heard you say something. Did you see that? I was so tired of it. I'm gonna kill him. Hey, I got an earplug. I got a problem with earplugs. I need to get really tiny ones because I have a really small ear canal. And the last time I wore, earplugs, I was in Indianapolis, and my ears were so sore.
I don't know what this guitar goes for new these days. I'm guessing it's 25, 26. I don't know. Maybe.
You know what, you're right, because nowadays, like just the 28 will set you back 28.
Make it come closer.
Yeah, this is kind of on the high, they make the J45.
Yeah.
This is basically a J45 with a trim kit.
When we get closer.
It's got the fancy.
You're right back, you're right up his
It's the
nose.
same bottom.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it up his nose?
Yeah.
She's not going to drop her load here. Thank you.
Oh, shh. Hard to focus in on the nose.
There it goes. Wow.
Very lower. Huh? Yeah, that's a high too.
Okay.
Look behind you.
I can't.
Your feet. I can't help it if I'm still in love with you.
All right.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Very nice.
Glad you enjoy it. Nice guitar. Now we just gotta let it age for a while.
That's right.
Yeah, play it. Right, play it. That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, just keep pumping every day.
Probably gonna be going up shortly. After 10 minutes.
Yeah. He's got some great tunes. Norm. Yeah, there's some great tunes.
But you see the one
Bird abound.
good to be Albert bound.
Wow.
Edward, you know where
Oh, the sky.
Did you see her?
Something to get on to. Say you got to live the
So you live around here?
about an hour south here.
South. Oh, in the States? Oh, you're from the States? I lived in Boston, Massachusetts. Over there?
Where? Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Herminski,
Oh yeah.
how's it going, man? Keeping the sun under your eyes?
Too far from Boston.
Doing well,
That
thank you.
hat's working really well for you.
Just over the border. New Hampshire.
Did it?
It's a Billy Goat cage. Put him in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bite.
We're gonna get shit on it.
It'll go right up your nostril.
say that.
Right up your nostril.
Okay.
Turn your head up
Oh,
there a
that
little
way.
bit. Oh, it's dinner time.
Get a sandwich in the car.
The silver's in the car, but I want to see how big these bears are.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll have to look for it. I will eat that.
Classic. Okay, look at the ketchup off her leg.
Then where's?
Did you get it, buddy?
Well, I didn't turn it off. I didn't quite see it all happen so fast.
Hey, when you're done eating that ketchup, I'll tell you something about the Heinz factory.
No,
You'll like it. Yeah, you like McDonald's? No,
I'll
not
tell you
anymore.
something about that.
Not anymore. You used to work there?
No, I know a guy. I used to work with a guy that worked at the
Beautiful
place where they
lady.
make McDonald's patties.
Oh, no.
It's the food that they walk on, and then they stick it in a mold and make little
I'm
patties
sure.
out of it and send it to McDonald's.
The ribwich is cool.
There you go.
So hot.
The
I have
husband.
nothing to say.
Well, then I'll turn it off.
Basically ever.
Just this one time.
Just this one time. What should we talk about?
What's that?
Alone among all of
I watched them singing pregnancy and they're splitting it. Okay,
Cancel. Well, that's pretty cool.
yeah, she's going to put started. I think she might be pregnant. So I'm Amber.
He's gonna be my hero. I said, I'll give you some money. And he said, I've got plenty of money, I'm sure. And kisses. That guy said,
This is called testing.
kisses when you get back. Your card. Thanks for saving my life.
Yeah, I've been working in a studio. It's really different. It's really different. You gotta sing to a brick wall. You know? Oh, my name, it means nothing. And my age, it means less. And the country I come from, it was called the Midwest. I was taught and brought up there in the laws to abide. And that the land that I lived in had God on its side. Oh, the history books tell it. They tell
Can I
it
be
so
this
well.
lucky? How can I be this lucky?
The cavalry charged, the Indians they fell. The cavalry charged and the Indians they died. Oh, the country was young, with God on its side. That's right. The Spanish-American War that soon had its day. And the Civil War too, it was soon laid away. And the names of the heroes I was made to memorize, with guns in their hands and God on their side. The First World War, boys, well, it came and it went. The reason for fighting I never did get, but I learned to accept it, and I accepted it with pride. For you don't count the dead when God's on your side. The Second World War, it came to an end. We forgave the Germans and then we were friends. Though they murdered 6 million in the ovens they fried. The Germans now too, they got God on their side. I've learned to hate the Russians all my life. If another war comes, then we must fight. To run and to fear them, yeah, to run and to hide. And accept it all bravely with God on my side.
You're getting enough sun?
I'm probably gonna have
But now we got the weapons of the chemical dust. If fire them we're forced to, then fire them we must. One push of the button will shock the world wide. Oh, you don't count the dead when God's on your side. Now through many of dark hours I've been dreaming about this, that Jesus Christ, he was betrayed by a kiss. And I can't think for you, you'll have to decide if Judas Iscariot had God on his side. So now as I'm leaving, I'm weary as hell. The confusion I'm feeling, there ain't no tongue can tell. For the thoughts that come for me and they fall to the floor. If God's on our side, he'll stop the next war.
Come on, man!
I call this one From a Ribbon to a Chain. I wrote it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, actually a month ago. There are heroes on the highway. There are ribbons in the rain. When the war is at my doorstep, and the ribbon, it's a ball and chain. In quiet rooms, around new tables, old men sit and dream of war. Propaganda and spin doctors, young men die on a distant shore. Across the cornfield comes the army, across the river, across the plain, across the ocean, across the valley, across the cross, they carve a name. Jesus was a lonesome hobo before the cross. He looked both ways, tipped the tables in the temple. You better find a better way. There are children in the cradle. There are children in the grave.
I need to reply to that.
There are children in the cornfield. There are children that won't play. There are children that won't play.
Yeah, where's Adrian? I need an address for this place. I'm a pastor, you know, address. Oh, okay, yeah. We're gonna jump in the car, we're gonna come to us in Montreal. 25.
Joan there. Come on up, Joan. Bill? Hey, Billy? Billy the kid, Bill. Lighten it up a little bit there. It's heavy stuff. You gotta get out of it too. There's more of it coming. Crossing the highway late last night. You should have looked left, you should have looked right. Did you see that station wagon car? The skunk got washed, there you are. You got your dead skunks in the middle of the road. Dead skunks in the middle of the road. You got your dead skunks in the middle of the road. Stinking high heaven. Come on, stink. You got your dead cats and you got your dead dogs on a moonlit night. You got your dead toad frogs. Got your dead rabbits and you got your dead coons. And the blood in the guts is gonna make you scream. Got your dead skunks in the middle of the road. Dead skunks in the middle of the road. Got your dead skunks in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. Stink. Come on, stink. Crossing the highway late last night. You should have looked left, you should have looked right. Didn't see that station wagon car. The skunk got squashed. There you are, up and on the highway. Middle of the road. Dead skunks in the middle of the road. Dead skunks in the middle of the road. Thinking of high heaven.
For here. Okay, did you get a little piece of all?
I don't know the address is here.
Oh, fuck it.
I know it's Route 202.
Oh, well, explain to her what address that is, and I'll get the rest of it from somebody else. At least get her there.
I can get her on Route 202.
The second cousins are talking to her. Maybe your first, I don't know. Your first.
Well, I'm going over there now. Okay, maybe I'll go with you.
Coming from which way?
She's right downtown.
Montreal?
Yes.
Hey, Ron, you want to come back, buddy?
Yeah.
You got any blue
I don't want to
noses
lose
here
any
tonight?
tape here.
I don't
I
mean
don't want to
brown
lose any tape.
noses. I
She's
mean
doing
blue
such a great job. Just working.
Yeah, I'll try. You can hide yourself.
My dream is all.
I didn't know how.
Oh, it's all.
This is blue noser son.
Central, west, east.
It's kind of like down home stuff. It's not this southern blue. It's down home.
Leonard,
Hi. Hi, everyone.
are you tired or still?
Show them again. Okay. I'm getting the film, okay? Don't say such things like that. Here's the here.
The fish nets are dry and they rot in the sun. The harbor is filled with the ships and the guns and the boats up for sale. They all have been used. This blue noser's got that blue noser's blue. Young ones have gone like the tides from the shore. They have left for the west. There was nothing here to lose. Leaving the silence that shatters the room.
Like your television screen, eh?
You get to Toronto and then further west. Up to Alberta is where they blessed. Had fish on Friday and call home for the news. These blue nosers got that blue nosers blue. Fish on Friday, calling home for news. These blue nosers got that blue nosers
Thanks for pointing it out to me. I'm too busy looking at this fucking camera. Whoops. Heck with Norm, I'm just going here taking
Waves become years as they roll past the door. I'll have fish on Friday, yeah, it comes from the store. Wrapped in plastic, yeah, it couldn't be finer than to have fish on Friday that comes here from China. Wrapped in plastic, it couldn't be finer than to have fish on Friday that comes here from China. Blues.
Yeah.
My beautiful daughter, Tanya.
Oh, Tanya. Gonna sing? Really?
So good, this mic here? Yeah, the situation is this. There's, I think, 126 or 28 soldiers. Our soldiers have been placed to rest, I guess, in Afghanistan conflict. Another 145 commit suicide.
There you go.
I guess we gotta do some things about that.
Is that all the basics? We should be able to get.
Okay, we should get back to us anyway, so that's good.
Okay, this is called Some Mother's Son. And, I have fished off the Grand Banks and I've seen the whales spout. But the fish have all gone like the tides that roll out. So I'm off to Alberta to work the tar sands. Or I'll carry a gun to Afghanistan. Oh mother, dear mother, the bank took me boat. No more will you see her sail the east coast. Oh, the waters are empty, no fish do they hold. I'm off to Alberta, I'm gone down the road. Lower the flag for me when I leave home. Oh mother, dear mother, I'm cold some foreign land at some mother's son. Hung up on the banks all the way to the seas, Well, the river rises high and low, tearing up the banks with the ice and snow, ripping through the gully and tearing down trees and taking them up to the Beaufort Sea. Tamarack Jack from the great Northwood, cradled on the willow and walked with the wolf, blazing the trail as he moved along, down through the day show, singing the songs, Tamarack Jack made a copper skin clean, built a cabin with a washing machine. He threw away the paddle and he threw away the pack, settled on the river and he never looked back. A goose comes up from the south. The frost on the window like a heartbeat melts while the stars fall in their hands. There's a full moon rising up on a butte, moon shining in a baby in the rooms, falling on the floor, playing in the pack, riding on the back of Tamarack Jack, Jack. Tamarack Jack with a paddle down a river and you never come back. The tamarack tree, like you and me, that's hung up on the banks on its way to the seas. Thank you very much.
Well, do I say good things about my brother? Not bad. And his daughter right here, Tanya. And of course, Ron Bankley, Bill Bland, and Joan Spence. Thank you. Thanks, Norman. That was great. And I did find my wallet. I just misplaced it. Was in my trunk. The next group. A little story on the next group. How many years, Joe? The next group, I was at a pub called the Black Lion in Beaconsfield. We do a coffee house there once a month on the last Sunday of every month in the afternoon and late evening. And it's a jam. You get up, you do 3 or 4 songs, and then then after, different people get up and we jam and have fun. Well, the fella that runs it, Les Savage, I said to him, I says, look, I says, I'd like you to try putting 4 people together here. I said, I want to hear what they sound like, just jamming. So I asked Joe Bird, whom I have been a friend with for the past 40 years at work, and all the way from Newfoundland, and Joan Spence, who is a fantastic bass player, and Bill Bland, a great fiddle player, and Brian Morris, who's also a great little guitar player. So I asked them to all go up. So they went up, and we just let them play. And for about I say a good 20 minutes. We were entertained with some very fine jamming. And basically, I think they've had one practice since. So this is more of just a jam. So I hope you enjoy it. I think, in fact, I know you're going to enjoy it. Joe is a great, great accordion player. And the rest I already mentioned what instruments they use. And don't forget, folks, there's food, there's the vendors over here. We're going to start doing some raffling, or not raffling, but door prizes. So if you got your little tickets that were handed out at the gate, if you didn't, maybe you could just go up there and see if you can get another one. Okay, folks, could you come up? Joe, or Joan, Joe, Bill, and Brian.
Don't go, Bill, and Brian. You know who I haven't seen here today? Kristen. Oh, that's a good friend. You know her.
Yeah. I got him like last time, I guess. Keep up on that stuff.
And I forgot to say that combined, they've been playing music 179 years. 190 years. Oh, just went up. And it's the only bilingual band we have. There's no singing.
He's going to go such a silly laugh. Joe's going to sing.
Joe's grandchild is sitting on the lawn here, and she's holding up a little sign that says, "Go, Grandpa."
Five, holy.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Working in travel with older folks was nice because they're lovely. Oh, they're great. They're beautiful people. Give me a first-hand experience because there's a couple of women, they're my age. They're in their 50s, 60s with MS, you know, or in chairs. And I asked one lady before I said, Margaret, yeah, how you coping? It's different. She's like, no, it's nice.
I got all Norman's concert up there on film. That's pretty cool. And I got a bunch of you guys. I just started looking through the old stuff, like Thunder and all kinds of when you guys were young.
Right, you gave us Thunder.
Yeah, but also I gave you the camera that you used for a day or 2 days or something.
I remember that.
And I've got all the film.
Really?
I just started looking at it the other day.
Was there pictures of Tasha and myself?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Lots of stuff, yeah, cool stuff.
Oh my
and your
God.
friends and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Where is this?
It's in my St. Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see that. We don't have any video camera.
I'm gonna start figuring out how to get it onto DVD so I can start editing and stuff.
Well, in bluegrass, not only do you not very often hear bass solos, but you almost never hear a bass intro to a song. This time, you will. It's a song that all of you are going to recognize. If anybody a big fan of country music, name Patsy.
Okay, I got the little brush for that.
I got a big upstairs. Where's Jessie? Smile pretty. Leonard, you gotta get in the picture, Leonard. Leonard, get in the picture.
All right already.
David, come beside me.
Get over here. Okay, now wait.
Look, I broke his camera already.
Oh, Jeff.
Well, here, take one with David's camera.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you. Yes, it is.
Okay, we're ready. So let's
There's more to come.
Line up for spanking.
John, were you up to that? He's always saying how much older I am than him. John.
I know.
I said,
He's not
John,
very nice of him.
Not nice at all, no.
He can be like that sometimes.
You know, Aunt Florence used to babysit me, eh?
Yeah.
A little bit. And she's not much older than me, you know. And do what I say.
Teenagers at one time.
Tigger.
Come here,
out.
He's gone. He's a good dog, that dog. I like him.
So was it? So she looks so much like
Well, deceased there, sir.
Pop, we got a little living room now.
Oh, we're going in?
Yes. Hi, David. How are you?
Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for that.
Well, we got to get her here.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I know.
Where's Gloria?
Where's Gloria? Come out of the bathroom.
Come out of the bathroom.
I'm dying. I got to go in. I got the diarrhea.
As much as I
Florence is in there.
So subtle, eh?
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to flash you.
Oh, good.
Firebirds
no.
are from the front or the back?
No, with the camera.
Sit down on the rocker, my friend. Relax.
Where's Aunt Florence?
Must be a two-holder.
Oh, it's got prayer time.
That's the two-holder.
They're both in there.
One's for the biggie.
I still remember you at the hall in Chattanooga.
I know.
He was playing and I was putting the hustle on him. I didn't know he was my cousin. Oh, jeez. And then Miles Buckley says to me, Mary says, do you know who that is? I says, no, but he's really cute. She says, that's your cousin.
Keep him in the family.
I went to school with Miles Buckley for a couple of years.
He's not very well.
Oh, no?
He's got, what's he got? Lou Garrett's?
What key to get in? To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you.
That was a screw up. You have to practice that one. Just stick to one key, John.
It's the only one I know all the words to.
There's 7 of them. Good. You notice, eh?
7.
17.
Waiting, Jerry.
I gotta stop smoking. That's it. Stop smoking. I get hold of them.
Gloria,
What?
you're sitting over here.
Yeah. In the rocking chair, Gloria.
No.
Yeah, and then that rocking chair.
Oh, who's standing?
Okay. Are we all
That's not a
here?
bathroom, that's a bedroom.
No, there's one to the left there.
What the heck were they
There's
doing?
one on the left.
That's a good line. Oh, we're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You got lots of love.
All right. There's an empty chair over here. Here.
Sit down.
Judy.
I'll sit there.
Get some paper towel. David,
David.
go around the hook and get some paper
Here,
towel.
Dal.
Paper towel?
I'll sit on the hard chair.
Come on.
There's our hardiest fellow right there.
Well, I was standing guard by the door, so don't.
Got a close up there, Barry. Got a close up there.
Well, before this is over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll give her the whole roll.
While we're waiting, then there's a guest book. It would be nice if everybody would sign it. Okay?
Why?
We'll pass it around. Okay? Well, we're gonna give one question. Okay.
No.
Well, I think I've got enough film.
Oh, I don't sign my name.
I got some good
I'm
stuff.
gonna sign my name.
So, does anybody need washroom before we get started?
Let her rest.
Probably, but don't worry about it.
Get her going.
No, but it's not. They could go now while she's.
Am I allowed to sign it? Here she
Okay, Florence. Hey, Florence, there's a chair for you over there.
Over here, Aunt Florence.
Here, see.
Let her sit when I sit
Do you want the low chair or a nice high
Sit
chair?
next to the husband here.
All right.
It's Vic. David, would you give your seat? And you're?
Oh, yes. You got that
We
one.
saw you yesterday where we got directions.
Exactly, that's right.
What's your name? Okay, we're ready.
I'm Judy's son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Son-in-law.
Are we ready?
Ready, Freddie?
Yeah.
Now I'm
My
gonna
laugh
say
gets horns going.
this about a year ago, okay? So I've been working at this for about a year. So are you ready?
Are you ready for this?
That's a good job. Oh, we were getting you here. Okay, we're gonna begin by, I'm gonna present you with the book. Did you know about that, Jerry?
Keep everything top secret.
Okay.
Let even the spouses know. Well,
This book is for Gloria and her family, okay? And what it is, it's a copy of the genealogy of the Doucettes and the Arsenaults, okay? So that's, and of the Pitts and the Cassis, okay? In each section.
Something to read, my old age, right?
Now, I've put this together, but it's really a work in progress because it's a draft. So there are errors, so don't be insulted. The thing is, It's a starting point for yourself or any of your children if you want to do the research yourself, and there's all kinds of information on the internet. Okay, so that's for you, and you can pass it around.
We'll have to buy a
while we continue.
computer, Jerry. Have to learn how to use it.
I heard that, Aunt Mary.
We all heard that.
Okay, so then, what we'll do, we'll just pass that around.
We have lots of time to read that there.
Yeah, now I don't have to make my jigsaw puzzles.
You got another 10 years.
What I've done is we have 7 boxes, okay? Each box represents 10 years of her life. So I tried to gather the memories from those particular 10 years. Okay, have you got that?
Yeah.
Open the box.
Uh-oh. Pandora's box here.
Just like, okay.
Did you watch that, Doug?
Well, what box is that, Judy?
I
That's
gotta
the first
save
10
these
years?
boxes
Yes.
for Christmas.
That's the
Okay.
first 10 years. Yeah, we got to listen here to see how she rhymes this now.
In the first box, okay? Right. Now, wait till I tell you how to do this.
All right.
There's your instructions, but I'll read them. Please open, it represents the first 10 years. Please open the little gift in yellow that has the little pink booties on it. This gift here.
Pink booties.
This one's on next thing.
Pink booties.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
That's the very first box.
This is the
Third
first,
box
this is the
next
first
round.
10 years.
Don't try and save the paper.
Oh, yeah, I
Or the
know.
photos.
Judy.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Terry,
just
Gloria
kidding.
Terry, because you got all this to
Rip it
do.
No, I won't save this stuff. No, the paper, no.
Judy,
Yeah.
there's a roll of,
I'm not that
Yeah, I know,
stingy,
but
you
it should be
know.
clean next.
I don't, I
There's no
do save
next
some.
year.
Save the
I
photos.
don't get it. I know what it is.
Must be right outside the park.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what?
Okay,
I
now
gotta-
wait a minute here, okay? Announcing the arrival of Gloria Mary Alice Doucette
You got some,
on
Gloria?
June 25th, 1939.
Holy cow, that's a long time
And the
ago.
picture is from Du Bois Corner, Palmer Road. And
had
it's a
pictures back
picture, pass it around so people can
Well,
see
you
it.
tell me the pictures.
Oh, my
because
God.
I don't have my
Get her
glasses.
glasses.
There's some reading.
It's a
Thank
picture
you.
of Gandhi. It's the youngest picture of Gloria that I could find. I would guess she's about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll do a close-up on that.
I've never seen this.
I know.
Who's Dandy?
Baby powder on it.
Find it, yeah.
so,
I don't even remember what's in it.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was. I was scared to ask.
that's Gloria.
That's their fault.
This is what
You
she's
know, I don't
getting,
have
No,
that.
they did.
okay? Because in this box now, after her baptism, there's her first communion.
Wow.
And,
Good job.
What about this? Do I open this?
yes,
No.
of course.
Everything's for public view. We're laying it all on the table today.
Okay, I'll read it. Okay.
Money.
Gloria, first communion would have taken place when you were around 6 years old. Yes. If so, you would have been about a year old. I would have been about a year old at the time, and so I don't recall that event in your life.
Who's home?
No doubt you remember it very well. Such a great picture.
Morning, Adrian.
You see the picture?
Was that?
Oh, you have it there, do you?
And
Oh,
there was a
wow.
picture in the box.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, now, money would have been given, and considering the times, probably around 1945, one would have been very fortunate to receive a nickel or a dime, and really lucky if you got a quarter or two. Have a wonderful day in your beautiful white dress. There's some quarters, nickels, and dimes. Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You can read about this later. I was.
Sure getting a lot of shots of
I'm
Judy's
so happy you're
bum.
crying. I worked hard to make you cry. Here's the kid. Okay, now.
We share your misery.
There he is.
Just pass Now we have a little spoon from PEI, just little things, okay? Now we have a Christmas, and Mom did have a few very special bulbs. I also seem to remember that we had a few real candles that Dad lit one Christmas Eve. It would have only been for a few minutes though, how very, very special that was. Real candles on the Christmas tree, I remember that. Dad sitting there ready with a bottle of water. Anyway. Probably. Mom made wonderful shortbread cookies. And of course we had the great pâté. Christmas stockings were the homemade wool stockings that Susan or Gandhi would have knit for us. They might have had a beautiful golden yellow orange located at the very toe. I gotta sit, sorry. I'm running out of breath. Okay? Other contents were simple. Perhaps a package of 8 Crayola crayons, and if you were really lucky, sometimes a coloring book that went with it. There might be a ruler or an eraser for school, and maybe cutouts for the girls. Didn't we love the cutouts? I remember one Christmas when things were tough, Bernice and I each got a catalog and a pair of small scissors. Oh my, how we loved that. We played cutouts for hours. Sometimes there would be a piece of shiny clear toy candy.
Oh, yeah.
Or a nice juicy red delicious apple from the store in St. Louis, not the crab tree in the yard. That was a real treat. Okay, in this little box you will find a few other items that might have been included in one of our Christmas stockings. There is a very special item that Danny made for this. It is something that Alf...
A rubber ball. The red, white, and blue rubber ball. Rubber ball.
I don't know how you ever bothered
That's a memory from PEI. Some of them have little gifts as well, I saw.
Oh, little lobster. Oh, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry jam.
Is there should be another one there to unwrap.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another present.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
And this is from Prince Edward
Yeah,
Island?
just set it on the
Yes,
table.
it is, eh? Jerry, you're gonna have some Prince Edward Island jam. What's that?
Strawberry, too.
Well, how do I open that?
Help her if you have a knife or something. I have to tape that one probably. Well,
This got a stick of gum. We always got a stick of gum in our thing. It was never a full thing, eh?
I remember that as being Easter, so I didn't. Yeah.
But I've got to say something that has always stood in my mind forever, forever. And almost every fall I think about it. Uncle Joe, we used to just wait for him to come in the fall.
Yeah.
He'd bring him always a big basket of bushel of apples and a Sweet Marie chocolate bar for everybody. And that was like Santa Claus coming. And we looked forward to that, the Sweet Marie chocolate. And it was always Sweet Marie. It wasn't a different kind. One for each one of us. Hey, John, remember?
I remember the big block of chocolate he brought once.
Huh?
Big block.
That's where
That's where that. We ate on that thing for at least a week.
And I
Ribbon
just
candy.
make homemade fudge.
Is that what it
We get
is,
a
ribbon
box of
candy
homemade
here?
fudge.
Or is there something else in the box?
Open it up.
Oh, I thought it was ribbon candy. I said, oh, that's good. I
Ribbon
didn't have
candy.
breakfast. Look at my candy. All right. Yeah, I can get it across there, right?
I had to tape it because it was proposed.
Why am I thinking so much today, Uncle John? We're so good.
Now, the other thing I did while we're waiting for Richard there, oh yeah, we want everybody to see this, see who remembers it.
I can't see anymore.
You got You got the ribbon candy in here, and the crayons, and the mitts, and what's this?
Oh, yes.
There's the thing that Alpha used to
Remember
make.
them? Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. Look at that, eh?
For bobsledding.
Show them to the people.
Look at that.
A lot of people
Danny
don't know
made
what they
them.
are.
It's on the
Danny
slide.
made it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where's Danny?
Is those.
Danny's right here.
He's here.
Hiding, is he?
There it is.
Danny,
Used to get the train going down the hill.
you know what that was for, eh?
Oh, yeah.
We'd get on the sled. Nice.
Either that or getting even with somebody you didn't like.
Oh my gosh.
The little pigs.
The little pigs, yeah.
Okay, so if you, what box does that belong in?
Okay, I'll just leave all this
Put it
here
in
in
the-
this box,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, in the first big box.
Are we through the first 10 years?
Now,
or-
the other thing that I did,
Well, where's the other years?
Well,
The other year.
well, I'm getting
Yeah.
there,
Oh,
Gloria.
No,
Jesus.
no, I didn't mean that, I meant, okay.
Okay? The other thing that
Yeah.
goes with this, the other thing I did is over the
Yes,
year,
whatever.
I contacted a lot of people to see if they had a special memory about Gloria.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the old boyfriends.
You better not, you better contact the right people.
Yeah.
I was down at the tavern there.
The other thing I tried to do was arrange it at about the right time to go with the boxes, okay?
All right.
So this memory goes with the first box because it's a memory from Leonore Doucette Marchand. Telephone conversation in February of 2009. Well, my memory is of Gloria, and I think around 5 years old. We were living in Charlottetown at the time. That's Aunt Leonore and her family. And for some reason, your mother was there, staying with us. Perhaps she was just visiting. I can't remember for sure. Well, Gloria was old enough to have a tricycle. So I think she must have been around 5 years old. It was a beautiful day, and Gloria was allowed to drive her tricycle on the sidewalk. Well, she came into the house and sat there very quietly. We looked at her and didn't think anything of it until she started to cry. Come to find out, she had been hit by a truck. And then we found out that this had broken her arm. She was such a brave little thing not to come in screaming. We weren't smart enough to find out who had struck her. If that happened today, people would know what to do and they would sue. I laughed when she said that. I am Gloria's godmother, you know. She was and is a very dear person to me. I miss your mother. It always got back to Mom, all these
Yeah,
conversations. There is only Florence and I left in the family. It is lonesome sometimes. I wish some of the others would keep in touch more. And I have her address and everything. Okay, second box. The Kleenex wasn't supposed to be for me. Second box, the second box. Okay.
And I must mention for Christmas also, one big deal at that time. We were very poor, but we always got a box in the mail. And it was from Aunt Leonore and Aunt Florence.
Yeah. Oh, Aunt Florence.
Yeah, from...
Bucket of peanut butter. Oh, God. I remember.
No, and not just that. There
That
was
was
a
something,
little
but that's
thing
the
for
highlight I
everybody.
remember. Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I remember in particular one time, Aunt Leonore, because she was my godmother, sent me a little, like it was like a little sweater like this with short sleeves, kind of wool. And it was the most beautiful color of mauve purple I'd ever seen. And I thought that I was just so rich. And Mom would open hers every year, and it was a nightie. And Mom would say, well, now I'll put that away for when I go to the hospital.
When I'm in the hospital. Yeah, another
For every year.
For another age.
Every year.
Yeah. Okay, the second box. Okay, the second box will take you through the next 10 years to the age of 20. From 10 to 20, okay?
That's bad.
Okay. In the first, I know.
No, I think the next one's worse.
Okay. In the first box, you were born in Prince Edward Island, then at a very early age, while still a baby, Dad and Mom moved the family to Quebec. where they remained until after I was born in 1944. I think they returned to the island when I was still a baby. So you lived in PEI, then Quebec, and then back to PEI. Okay? In this box, you are in Palmer Road. And then around 13 years of age, you go to school in Tracadie Cross. It was for your grade 8, and it was in 1952, the same year that I went to Quebec. And then later to school in Kincora, where you finished your grade 12. Everyone was so proud of your accomplishment in that goal. It was in your high school years that the family moved to Nova Scotia. Actually, October 5th, 1954. We moved to Irvin and Aggie Belfanton's house in West Chesapeake. You stayed at school, but came home on the main holidays like Christmas and for the summer. Following high school, you were accepted at nursing in the infirmary and was, as mentioned to me, and as you mentioned to me, you were not at all happy there. You left and worked for about a year at Gluby's Furniture Store in Dartmouth. Later, after saving some money, and with help from Dad, Mom, and Uncle Joe and Aunt Ruth, you began your nursing training again, this time at St. Martha's Hospital in Antigonish. I think it was 1958. And so this box takes you to 1959, your first year in training at St. Martha's in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. These are the teenage years. The years of the new boyfriends, music, dances, parties, hard studies, heartbreaks, and growing into a beautiful woman. So we have Tracadie, Kincora, West Chesapeake, Halifax, Dartmouth, and Antigonish. First, open the card.
Here's my glasses. I need my reading glasses. Thank you, Leonard. I guess you're
Gloria,
getting them too.
by the time you were making your confirmation around the age of 12 or 13, I think, you were more likely to get a small gift of a little more cash than given at your first communion. Probably $5, or if you were really lucky, a rich uncle or aunt that might have been visiting might give you $10. I do not recall your confirmation. Perhaps it took place while I lived in Quebec. You look wonderful in your beautiful white clothes.
In my what?
In your beautiful white clothes.
I have that picture I was looking at the other day, and I said, I'm sure it's my confirmation.
Yeah. I know Mom and Dad and the rest of the family were so proud of you that day. Remember how we were told we were to get slapped on the face?
Oh, yeah.
And we were expected to answer tough questions from the bishop that he would be asking. Did you get asked a question, and did you answer correctly?
I certainly did.
I am certain that you would have answered correctly, as we were certainly well taught the catechism. Okay, so in that box, what else do we have? We're getting mixed up here. Okay. This is your years in PEI. This also goes with it, Gloria.
That's a nice hat.
Got some potatoes in there?
It's a big bag of potato chips.
Oh,
That's cute.
Okay, open the potato bag next.
Open the
Okay.
potato bag next.
Open the gift that's wrapped in a potato bag. No, in the box.
Oh, potato bag. Here.
Open that one next. That's just other stuff you can set
Yeah.
aside. I have to fill it. It got to be kind of tough to fill.
It's gonna be a full-length movie here. When you turn it off, it's like, well, I better turn it back on. Missing something again.
Okay.
That's the audio?
Now take the gift out of there and read the memory letter that goes with it.
That thing is, yeah.
Okay, that must be my next one. Okay. Gloria. Okay, open her up.
He just sat there.
it's two in here.
Take them all out.
Smells of potatoes.
I had a hard time finding a potato bag.
Really, eh? They're hard to find now, eh?
Yeah, and I had to pay
They're
a lot
making
of
hats
money
out
for
of them.
it. Yeah,
They're making hats out of them.
well, that was funny.
I get
Hey,
to
open
see.
the gift.
Okay, continue, because we got a long way to go. I don't know, I didn't mark it, so open and we'll see.
Okay.
As you folks realize, the oldest and the youngest is sitting together.
Was that arranged?
Yeah,
That
true,
was
yeah.
arranged by us, you know.
Who's that? Who's the oldest?
He came here and he
Together.
said he wanted to sit beside me, so I said, all right, Richard.
That's
You sit
a
beside
great
me.
picture.
Richard and
Space
Gloria
and time.
together.
Oh my goodness, look
Okay.
at this.
Those are
First and
spoons to
last.
play music. They come from PEI.
You just play the spoons, there you go. Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
very good.
Yeah.
Did you take them from my
Richard
house?
wanted it that way. That's pretty cool.
I-
He's a bit of a romantic.
This shirt.
This shirt is white.
Just hold that one a second. Gloria, just hold that. Let you- Yeah. Oh, I like that. Just
Does it say?
come on, black
That's
shirt.
good, eh?
White. That's why I
Hey, isn't that great?
Oh, yes.
the color of the song.
That's really good. Hey,
I know the Kurds always used to.
I'll wear this one. Oh, I'll wear this
I didn't want to
one.
wash
I'll let everybody know this shirt was white
Yeah.
before I went there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the gold box. Okay, show that gift. Do you see what it is?
Wishbones.
2 gold-covered wishbones. Number 1, the wishbones. Remember how we would fight to get the wishbone from the turkey or the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We believe that by wishing and then winning, pulling the bone apart by our little finger, whoever got the longest piece would get the wish granted. In due time, of course. Here are 2 colored wishbones. It's your day. Make a wish. In fact, make 2. And hope you're a winner.
Oh, we used to fight over that.
Yeah.
That's a turkey roll.
Next, there are a few other items to recall. These are the types of things that we would find in our Christmas stockings around this time. Okay? A Nancy Drew book.
Oh, Nancy Drew.
Boy, did I love to read them. I don't know.
Nancy Drew. I'll read that.
Sponge toffee.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, a sponge toffee.
I remember getting one year, and I was so puzzled as I didn't know what it was until I tasted it.
That's real good. Can I eat
It's
this
great.
stuff?
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
not too
all.
old, eh?
Oh no, it's not too old. Okay.
Doesn't have breakfast yet.
A Nova Scotia pin. A Nova Scotia pen. It reminds me of Mom when she first came to Nova Scotia. And she saw the Nova Scotia tartan and she loved it.
Yeah.
She loved the Nova Scotia tartan. A deck of old type of playing cards, the old-fashioned kind. Dad used to love to show us tricks with the cards. Many of us remember him doing tricks with the card. The hotel one, yes.
I remember
A
that.
keychain. If we had got that at that time, we would have loved that because,
Yeah.
you know, anything with our name on it,
that,
eh?
I like that.
What's that?
My name's on it.
Yeah, the keychain.
Nova Scotia.
Gloria, okay?
That's pretty.
A licorice pipe.
Yeah, licorice pipe. Where the heck did you get that?
I know. It took me a whole year.
Where did you get?
We used to buy these at Irvin's store. He always had the penny candy. Let's see, you wouldn't have been there, but we used to run and get them, right?
$20.
The rose-colored Melmac bowl.
Melmac.
You see the rose-colored bowl?
Don't
All right. This was
Woodrow is Malinac dishes.
This was very difficult to find. And wow, did it bring back a memory. Perhaps someone would like to tell it. Who would like to tell the story of
Which
Joe
one?
Boudreau?
When he brought the dishes to the house and tried to sell them to Mom?
Oh.
Instead of dishes?
Yes.
He says they don't break, and he took the pile of Melmac dish and dropped, and a couple of them broke right in two. Split right in two.
And I was sitting behind and I was watching it and the red was going up on his neck and I was thinking, oh!
See, they wouldn't break if they were thrown one apiece.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you put them packed together or something, then it would
Yes.
shatter.
Yes, okay.
No,
Good idea. Okay,
Gloria.
Gloria. Now, what was the rest? Wait a minute, we didn't finish. Well, we didn't finish the box here. Wait a second.
Okay. The math.
Okay, next open the green box.
That's blue.
Oh, we did the green one.
We did, okay. Now the Nova Scotia blue bag, and read the memory letter that's with it.
Jesus.
Okay,
Look at that.
in the blue bag, okay? There you go. Now, what have you got there?
DVDs?
What's the first one?
No.
Rock and roll dinner.
Oh,
it is
kind of.
DVDs.
1957.
1957.
I have not heard this CD, but from the lineup written on the back, it should be great. I remember you loving Lucille by Little Richard. It is number 20
That was Bernice's
on
Lucille.
CD number 1, okay? I also remember that Dad really didn't like that one. Because in it, Little Richard screams, you know, and nobody liked that at that time, except the kids. We were at the beginning of very drastic changes to the music scene. Boy, the music was great. Hope you love that little gift.
Oh yeah, I like
Now
this.
the next one, I have to go quickly, you'll take time.
Okay.
The Three Faces of Eve. I recall one time when you were at about the age of, I think, maybe around 20. You had been to a movie in Halifax, and you were very excited about it. You came home and told Mom the whole story of the movie. I remember it was this one, The Three Faces of Eve. This also reminds me that you really loved Joanne Woodward in this role as the actress. And you really liked her husband, the actor.
Oh,
Sadly,
everybody knows that.
Sadly, he has passed away. I do not know about her. I hope you have the equipment to play this movie. I had to have it especially ordered in from California. Enjoy your Nova Scotia shopping bag. Okay, we're still in box number 2, but go ahead.
Yes,
What age are we at now?
20. That was the interesting one.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this stuff.
Close your eyes.
Are you coming?
There's also another tradition. It's happening now.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I forgot all that.
Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you.
I don't have a tongue like Kiss. I can't get it.
What is it? It's margarine or butter. You used to put it on your nose when it was your birthday or something.
Continuing with box
I
number
don't
2,
know.
my understanding is that you were able to go to Tracadie because Sister Margaret Mary was able to convince them to hire you to work there while you were at school. This was how you paid your way.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was away that year in Quebec, going to school during the week in Lachute and staying with Uncle Bill and Aunt May, and spending the weekends in Brownsburg with Granny Doucette, Aunt Leonore, and Aunt Agnes. I recall when I returned to Palmer Road after my year away, and you had come home for the summer. You said to me one day, as we were standing by the side window, big picture window on the side, "Judy, did you miss home when you were away?" I answered that I did, but that there was so much to see and learn that I found the year had passed very quickly. And then you said, "Oh, how I missed home, and I really missed you. I was so lonesome for everyone." I remember being really surprised that you had missed me. I was 9 at the time, and yes, I just didn't think about how other people felt about me. I remember that it was a learning point for me, and I like the fact that you had missed me. So thank you, Gloria, for that nice thought. Another memory I have is of you at about 12 or 13, when you, John, and I think Bernie had gone to pick potatoes. I think I'd come home from Tracadie, especially for potato picking time. I remember I envied you guys going to this farm that I think was in O'Leary. Anyway, I pictured the farm as a beautiful place with big green fields and horses. So I love horses.
Gonna be a full-length feature.
Free church.
Another memory is that you were singing in the music festival choir at Tracadie, and the time that John hitchhiked to the school to hear you sing in the music festival. That must have been in 1954, just before we moved, or perhaps the fall of '53. The rest of the family went with Mom to visit Marianne and Laline, Susan's friend, in the little house next to Alfie's on the Du Bois Road, because they had a battery radio, and we wanted to hear you sing. We heard the choir that evening in that little house by the light of the kitchen oil lamp, and what the heck did I type there? And every one of us, including Mom, felt we could hear you above all the rest.
When I heard Gloria.
We were convinced you were the best.
It was a choir.
King Cora, you brought Fran Richards home to visit. I thought she was just great. Perhaps that was from Tracadie. As I remember, we were still in Palmer Road the first time she visited. Then her sister Sheila came to Chesapeake, and I really liked her too. I think you would have been 17 when you graduated from Kincora. Now, West Chesapeake. Well, here is where there are so many memories for all of us that it is difficult to choose. I know you relived many with your recent visit for Nolan Albert's 50th wedding anniversary. I was so pleased that you were able to come and also spend the weekend with Danny and I. Halifax, Dartmouth, you worked at Gooby's, saved a bit of money, visited your favorite uncle, Joe, and went to the dances at Lazy Tide and Beach Hill as often as you could. I don't remember if you lived at home that year or if you stayed in town. Did you stay at Uncle Joe's? No, I don't remember. Annie Ganesh, wow, how excited you must have been to get accepted at St. Bertha's, and how determined you were to succeed this time for sure. I think you loved it from the very first day, and you sure have made many people very happy with your wonderful caring nursing skills. My next memory here is from Aunt Florence. Conversation, October 17, 2008. I think there are about 12 years between Gloria and I. So I was quite a bit older when she was born. Even so, we didn't grow up as quickly back then as the children do now, and I loved to play with Gloria. One day, Alice let me take the baby, Gloria, out in the pram. Okay? Something broke on the pram, and Gloria fell out and hurt her lip. While I was in tears, I was inconsolable. Alice assured me that it was not my fault, and she hugged me. That was so nice. My question was, Judy, where did this take place? I think it was in Charlottetown.
Yeah.
We were living
Fitzroy Street.
on Fitzroy Street. Your parents must have been visiting, since as a baby, you lived in Palmer Road. And myself, since John, Bernie, and Bernice and I were born in Quebec, it could possibly have taken place when they made the move from Palmer Road to Quebec. They would have certainly had taken the time to stop in Charlottetown to say goodbye to Granny Doucette. Gloria and I were very close as children. One time, I remember she wanted her hair cut. I said I would cut it. Would you, she asked. I said, sure. Well, I cut it, and sure I made a mess. Poor Gloria. I never cut anybody's hair after that. I will talk to Lee and try and get a few more memories, and I will try next week to look for some old pictures. Florence. Now, there's a lot of other memories. I'll just tell you, and then we'll skip to the next box so we can continue, so we can get this done.
Yeah.
It goes faster around the end because I don't have as much contact. There's a nice memory from Adrian. There's a nice memory from Velda Doucette Bernard.
Oh, yeah?
There's a nice memory from Bernice. A nice memory from Julia Doucette Bernard.
Oh,
Tignish.
yeah.
Another nice memory from Adrian. And then there's a memory from Donald. Our brother Donald. He phoned me one night, so I got him talking. He was drunk, but I got it. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, we want to hear that.
You want to hear that?
Everybody wants to hear that one, okay.
All right. Telephone conversation, April 23rd, 2009. One of my early memories is of when I was little, probably around 6 or 7 years old. It was at the time of the picnic in West Cheswick, a lobster supper. Gloria came down with a boyfriend. Guess she must have been living in Halifax or Dartmouth at the time. Not sure if she was nursing then or working at Gluby's. Anyway, when she saw me, she wrapped her arms around me and gave me a nice hug and kiss. Something people didn't do a lot of in those days. And when she kissed me, she said how nice I looked. That kind of surprised me because I didn't think about my looks at that time. He did afterwards. Anyway, it was a beautiful moment, and I still remember it. I will remember it always. So that's nice. Another memory is of me when I was about 15 years old. I think I had run away from St. Thomas. Don't know if I was headed for Cheswick or not. But I ended up in Toronto at Gloria's apartment overnight. She was living with 2 other nurses. I think they were nurses. Of course, by this age, my hormones were racing, and I thought it was pretty cool to be staying in the apartment overnight with 3 beautiful nurses. I remember they were so nice, and they treated me like a king. All right, the next memory is from John.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lordy. John?
Oh,
You didn't say
Oh, you didn't say that one.
Well,
Probably going to last a while,
I need
this
a few laughs.
Oh, it's not a long one, but I don't know.
It's a curve word.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, lots of them.
Yeah, okay, go ahead,
Yeah,
Judy.
read John's.
You're doing a good job.
And close the book.
Short and sweet.
Can I have
The
just a
beer
little
open
glass
going.
of water? Gloria, would you get, yeah. On one sunny summer afternoon,
Gloria. Okay.
at our house in Palmer Road, PEI,
You gotta listen to this one. Yeah?
a bunch of us were out in the yard playing. I think there was me, Bernie, maybe Bernice, and Judy too, Gloria, Edna, Julia, Gig, and Gig's older brother. His name escapes me just now. There could have been others there too, but I don't remember exactly who. I remember that this older brother of Gilbert Doucette's, Gig, was bragging about the size of his wang. Now, it was well known amongst us boys that he had this really big penis. And so we decided to call his bluff and said, well, prove it, show us. Now, I think that I was probably 11 or 12 at the time, and this brother of Gig's would probably have been maybe 13 or 14. And so he was proud of his maturity and anxious to prove he was growing bigger and better than the rest of us. Now, Dad at the time had an old Model T car in the yard over by the apple trees. So we all climbed into the car so that the grown-ups couldn't see what we were up to. And so he unzipped his pants and he proudly pulled it out. Well, just at that moment, Mom opened the front door of the house and shouted at us to get out of the car.
Oh, no.
Now, zippers were relatively new. Relatively new for us because we generally had pants that had buttons, okay? Well, in his hurry to hide his big one, he zipped up too quickly and got the skin caught in the zipper. Wow, did he scream. Then he jumped up and down crying. It must have been really painful, but to us it was very funny. That old Model T was black in color, and we used to fill the black seat with Irish moss from Pat Shea's shore. The moss we brought home and spread it out on the fields in order for the rain to wash it and for the sun to bleach it, so that it would fetch a bigger price. There was lots of work to Irish moss business. Remember the time I decided to go looking for work in Derby? You came with me, and we were hitchhiking home. Now, we had gotten a drive out of town, and we were waiting a very long time for the next car or truck to come along. There weren't many vehicles then, and it was growing late. And so I said to you, Gloria, I know what will make the cars come. What would that be, you asked? And I said, have a piss in the middle of the road, and I'll bet a car will come. Well, you did that, and sure enough, the car came along and we got a ride home. Another time, I
Girls were
hitchhiked.
wild.
There is coffee. I'll finish this one and we'll take a break.
We'll
okay?
take a break, yeah. Because these people
Another
want
time I hitchhiked because of you. Oh, the next time I hitchhiked because of you was when you were singing in the music festival. I think you were in King Cora, and the festival, I think, was in Charlottetown. Now, I stuffed my pockets with molasses cookies and started walking to Charlottetown when Mom had gone to St. Louis. As I was walking on my way, I saw Mom walking down the same road, and so I had to hide because I knew that she would never let me go. And so I hid in the newly plowed fields for the potatoes in between the rows, eh? I remember laying down flat between the muddy rows so that she wouldn't see me. I made it to Summerside the first night and slept under a bridge and ate my molasses cookies. I made it to the music festival the next day. You were really surprised to see me. Of course, I think I was interested in seeing Fran Richards too. The next day, Sister Margaret Mary put me on the train back to St. Louis. It was sure a great adventure for me though, and I thought you were the best singer in the whole choir. Gloria, I remember singing in the choir with you in Pomeroy Church. It was the old pump organ, and I remember the song that I really loved. Oh, Mary, we crown thee with blossoms today, Queen of the ancient, Queen of the May. I also recall how we would walk to church in the early morning for Mass. I was the altar boy, and you would hold my hand during snow blizzards so that we would find our way together. Oceans and miles, love, John.
Yes, John, yes. Oh, I remember.
Read
Okay, and then we'll have the break, okay? Yeah.
Okay, Bernice.
Tammy, I'm trying, it's hard.
Then we'll have the
Okay, I sat with Bernice one afternoon last week, July 6th to 10th, and she spoke of some of her fond memories of childhood and expects that you were a part of these. She has asked me to write them up, so here goes. She recalls that when you and she were quite young, perhaps I was there too, I don't know, you used to enjoy playing train. In order to do this, you would line up the chairs in a row, and one would sit in the front one, which of course represented the train engine, and the rest of us would sit on the chairs in the back. We were pretending to be passengers on the train. The conductor on the first train would shout out the imaginary names of the places we were traveling. She thought it was great fun. This would have been in the house in Palmer Road. Her second memory was also Palmer Road, generally on Friday nights. After, do you want to tell it or do you want me to read it? No, you can tell it if you
You
want.
can add to it after. You add to it after.
On Friday nights, after she had scrubbed the floors, sometimes Mom would paste wax the kitchen floor. Mom would then ask us to slide on the floor in order to polish it.
Yeah.
Boy, did we love to do that. We were probably wearing the woolen socks that Gandy and Aunt Susan would have knit for us. And at times, if we had cardboard boxes, we would cut the bottoms out and slide on the floor pretending we were trains again. Not sure why.